special show for y'all, but we're going to get into this music right quick. We got a good show for y'all. Check it out.
Try to front, won't be too intelligent. That's why your reign to be brief like the pelican. My taste eloquent. I got the trunk in the front like an elephant. So you could tell us him. Flash bras in the ass tomorrow. Night glow bright to see
G-Dep.
Looking like straight out of
It's a Harlem thing tonight, y'all.
fly by like an astronaut. Past the block, never thought about having some shares. I'm on the block, holes in the mix like Madison Square. And just like Patterson swear, don't need an escort. I fought and shorty still look bad as some airs. Turn single life girls with curls into mobs. Call me Isaiah after some head, I say You forget your car buying cigars. Side string around the fender, remember that I'm a star. However you want it, however you got it. Get up, spit up, spit up. However you want it, however you got it. Get up, spit up, spit up. However try to front, won't be too intelligent. That's why your reign to be brief like the pelican. My taste eloquent. I got the trunk in the front like an elephant. So you can tell us him. Flash bras in the ass tomorrow. Night glow bright to see past the fall. Looking like straight out of Batman's garage. Fly by like an astronaut. Past the block, never thought about having some shares. I'm on the block, holes in the mix like Madison Square. And just like Patterson swear, don't need an escort. I fought and shorty still look bad as some airs. Turn single life girls with curls into mobs. Call me Isaiah after some head, I say You forget your car buying cigars. Side string around the fender, remember that I'm a star. However you want it, however you got it. Get up, spit
Once
up,
again,
spit up.
it's Total Package Radio.
However you got it. Get up.
We got Crystal Sutton in the house tonight.
However you want it, however you got it. Spit up.
G-Dep's wife, y'all.
Get up, however you want it. However
That's right, we got that interview.
Get up.
Come on.
Get up. I generate a rate and raid in the state. A Best Buy so I can get some rest. Buy or fly down close to Chile like left eye. Wet by, get more knots than necktie. I'll be around like the IO attire. Cause I'm hungry like a nigga jaw wired on the diet wire. Spit fire, yo, maniac pyro. The boy make Illinois like Chicago. Don't even come to the venue cause I'll offend you. I'm a Big Mac, I swallow you dollar menu. Run around getting calories fat. And that money on your head, you can call that a salary cap. You know who is he get busy, y'all play lame. This money turn them on like an arcade game. These hoes check it, it's no wonder I'm naked. Like I'm locked up, fuck cause of my record, yo. Come on, however you want it, however you got it. Get up, spit up. However you want it, however you got it. Get up, spit up. However you want it, however you got it. Spit up. Get up. However you want it, however you got it. Spit up. Get up.
We call this red light.
I get the mental mind and spark and get hype. I lights it up just like an arson. Hit your princess, fly on my magic carpet. Hey man, you got old game like a cartridge. As soon as I get the mental mind and spark it.
The most influential urban radio talk show live from the BXNY.
Yeah. It's Total Package Radio. We back in the building with your girl, Monet, a.k.a. Black Jordan, DJ Cool Cab, and my man, One Man Beats. What's good?
What's good? Cab, what's good?
You already know.
All
We
right.
got a lovely guest tonight.
We sure do. I'm just so excited, and we are blessed to have Miss Crystal Sutton. And you guys may not know exactly who she is, but she's part of hip-hop royalty. This is G-Dep's wife. And we're really looking forward to talking to her because she got a story to tell. I don't know how you feeling about this, Kev, because I mean, like, you know, there's so many stories. There's so many just issues that come to mind when she, you know, with her sitting here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? It's Harlem love for one. You know what I'm saying? My man, One Man Beats, introduced us. You know what I'm saying? And we had a conversation last night, and I see her mission, and which the mission she's on. You know what? It's a lot of things. We're gonna get into it, but I just feel good about her being here.
Thank you for inviting me, everyone.
Welcome to Matrix Studios, Total Package Radio.
Thank you.
So, Crystal, please introduce yourself to our, to your fans.
So I am Crystal Sutton. First, I am a mother to my beautiful twin boys, Tyler and Travell. And I'm also the wife of rap artist G-Dep. That's me.
Okay.
All right, well, there's a lot to you. Unfortunately, there's a somber part to this story. You may not be aware, but G-Dep is incarcerated right now. He's on, what year is he on now?
We're going into the 5th year. Well, we're on the 5th year. December we'll make, because the time he did at Rikers and the time that he's doing at Elmira right now.
So what is the total amount, or what is he looking at?
Well, it's 15 years to life. So 15 years, you go up for parole, not before the 15 years. So with that 2 life on the end means that he will forever be, on parole and not be able to leave the state without permission or do anything. Yeah.
Move freely. That's it.
Yeah. But I'm hoping we don't have to go that far. I'm hoping and praying on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues that come to mind regarding the case and what took place. Can you give us,
Oh, let me get into this. So he's charged with a murder too, but it was supposed to be, they were trying to get it as a manslaughter because, as he said, as he told them, he was robbing a person, and God rest his soul, the person that passed, that they were trying to get it reduced to manslaughter. So it didn't work out. The DA was totally like, no, throw everything at him, throw the book at him, no deal for anything. So at the time, it was just, why not go to trial anyway? Because they're not trying to give anything and take our chances with trial. And that's what we did. That was the only option. I sat there every single day. I felt like I was going through trial too.
So does he have an appeal coming up, or?
He actually did apply for an appeal. He was denied his appeal. But why I'm doing this and coming out and speaking to everyone, because look, I'm just an everyday person like everyone else. My husband happens to be incarcerated. I still got to hold down my children and do what I have to do. But he's eligible not eligible, let me not say that. He can apply for clemency after he's done half of his sentence. And the whole point of going, you go to prison because you're sorry. You're supposed to be sorry for what you did when you go in. You're supposed to be remorseful.
Right.
He was already remorseful way before he went in. The situation was eating him up. So
that's why you went. That's why you went in.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I got.
Yeah.
Like, he just said, I got to take care of this.
So I'm doing everything I possibly can, to try to. I have a few things like going on, like building things. Like I have the Free G-Dep banner on his Facebook page, and I have to shout out my brother.
Free G-Dep.
My brother has been designing a lot of stuff, T-Vision Graphics, FX. He's been designing a lot of stuff for me, the t-shirts that are coming out. But since it's just me, it's processed, and I got a budget on it. So my plan is get everything all set up, get everything I need, and then not next year, the year after, then I can start like Free G-Dep and like flood everywhere.
Probably go strong with the campaign.
To hopefully get
we have
clemency.
plans, buttons and banners.
I got everything. I got everything.
I know you do. I know you do.
We'll be at the Puerto Rican Day Festival, Puerto Rican Day Parade, the African American Day Parade, Jamaican Day Parade. I got everything. I'm covering everything. There won't be nothing.
Right.
We'll be at the corner store too.
Listen, okay.
Don't play.
Get a box of cereal. Cameras on it.
So let me take it back a little bit. Like, how did you guys meet? How long were y'all together?
Wow. All right. So back in the day, there was a club called Speed.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
39th.
Remember that?
Tell the age.
So me and my cousin Zarel, we had just moved in together, and I had just moved from Florida. So we were like, all right, we can party now. We're in our 20s. We're working for an airline, so we fly 3-2. So we're like, all right, we're gonna stay in New York and go to Speed. We go to Speed, and we're dancing. And finally, I'm like, I wasn't with the New York music when I got here. I needed my country. What's that? What was that?
Shakira was scared. I'm not sharing. New York music. You're going to guess it. What?
I was for Florida. I grew up on Florida music. Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
Trick Daddy.
Uncle
and
Lou.
Jam Pony.
Thank you.
I know.
I ain't gonna front. I like that too. I like the little
JT Money.
I did.
I was all about that. So when we went to Speed, I was like, all right, I can hang with this music. And I was dancing, and then all of a sudden they played Juvenile, Back That Thing Up. So I was like, oh, finally I can do this. So I'm dancing. Here comes Depp. Sorry, I'll go back and forth with Travella Depp. Here he comes. Can I dance with you? I'm like, no. I'm in my moment right now. You know when you at the club by yourself and you with your friend, you're like, we gonna party? It is. We don't need nobody. We in our zone.
Jamming right now.
You're in our zone. So we're dancing. Back then you could smoke inside. So smoking a cigarette. Here he comes again. Can I get some of that? I'm like,
Wow.
Oh, that was it. You told him no. That's it.
I'm like, no. And then he tried to dance with me, and I'm like, no. I was like, my cousin, I was like, come on, defense.
Right? Block. I need a block.
All right.
Gotta go
So
down.
he happened to be there with Black Rob too.
Oh, shout out to Black
Yes,
Rob's family
yes.
right there.
His album just dropped yesterday
Yeah.
too.
Funny that you said that, because the one time I was in Speed, I seen him in there. Back then, I was like, oh shit, something's about to go down.
Oh, you set him up.
Well, so he was still around me, and I couldn't get rid of him. I was trying. I don't know what happened, but my cousin somehow got the phone number, and so days went by. She was like, oh, I talked to your friend. I'm like, what friend? You know, the one we met at the... I was like, that's not my friend? So she's like, oh, can't we, come on, let's go hang out, do something, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I don't even like him. I think he pursued me for a good 4 to 6 months before I finally broke down and said I'd go on a date. But our very first date, Rob got arrested.
Oh, Rob.
And it was in the paper. It was in the paper. My cousin and I, we were getting all ready, getting all fixed up. They tell us.
Damn,
They tell us, come downstairs. We got downstairs. It was a caravan of cars, tons of cars. So we come downstairs. It's Rob. It's a ton of people, and I'm like, okay, all right, okay. And Depp was there with a T-shirt wrapped on his head, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Coming from Florida.
Harlem.
Coming from
Banner
Florida.
all over you.
I was like to my cousin, I was like, what's that on his head? And she's like, it's a T-shirt. I'm like, why are you saying it like it's nothing?
Style
I'm like,
back then.
All right. So anyway, we get in the car. All of a sudden, it was like a SWAT team came down on us. A gun was in my face, dead in my face. I swear the cop told me to get out the car, and I'm like, I'm getting out. The cop was like, I didn't say to get out. I was getting back in. I'm getting back in. Like, my cousin was panicking, and they thought at the time they had that silver phone, the silver plated phone. It was brand new when it came out.
What?
I don't
thing?
I don't know.
Razor.
I
Or the
don't know
Star
what
Tag.
it-
Or the Star Tag.
I don't know what it was
think
back
it's
then.
small.
It's
Yeah, I
done
think that's what
evolved. And they thought that was a gun that Rob had. So because he was so loud in the neighborhood, they arrested him. So downhill went our date.
Oh, man.
We ended up going to Justin's, and it was just sad.
Forgot about that too.
Yeah.
It was
a lot of
sad.
stuff out there. Yeah, the 90s was
So-
popping.
that was how our very first date, and then somehow from then, like, we started talking, and the exterior was melting away, and then I can see like the inside person.
And rest is history.
Rest is history.
Two boys, rest in history.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful boys at that.
Thank you.
Now I got a question. Being that you from Florida, right? I just want to pick at your brain, see where you at with today's music. You mentioned that when you came up to New York, you go to a New York spot, and around that time, New York music was prominent. Like, it was everywhere in the club. That was the club music.
Yes.
And you being the Florida girl at a New York spot, and they're playing all this New York music, you felt out of place, except for like when they played that one record. Now, the South is really in a good position right now.
Right.
And how do you feel? Like, how do you feel the scheme of music is going? Like, as far as it is like right now.
All right. Well, first of all, when I had to get used to the music in the New York clubs, I was drunk. I was good. It was all good. It was all
keeping it
good.
real.
Yeah, I was feeling it. I had a few drinks, and everything was Irie.
Wait, what was your drinking choice? Real quick. What was your drinking choice?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. It was just whatever. Wine usually, just wine. I'm a light drinker.
Flight
But
attendant.
yeah, so now with trap music that's
Right.
out, yeah, I feel like I have to hide because a lot of people don't like it. And in Florida, it's more about the beat. The beat of the music, really not the words. And I noticed in New York, it was about, wow, what he's saying.
Right.
Like, he really like
Very
put
true.
that
Very
together.
true. Very, very
Exactly.
true.
And see, Florida, it was like the louder the bass,
Better
that
the
was
song.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that was it. So now it's like, Crystal, you like trap music? I'm like, no.
Well, you can't. You don't have to say that in Harlem, but once you go down to Florida, it's all gravy. But I just want to switch the tides a little bit because yesterday I was actually speaking to the wife of Max B, another
Yeah,
Harlem
yeah.
artist.
Wow, shout out to
And
Max
they
B.
and so we were chopping it up, and we've actually worked together. And she was telling me like what she does to kind of keep, because obviously it's a lot to deal with being the lady. You have to raise his kids. You have to go through like the court procedure. So it's almost like you said, it's like you're going through the process with him,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you have to be strong on both fronts. And what she was telling me was that for her, she needs to do music because she's an artist as well. She needs to do music in order to clear her mind, and it's almost like a stress reliever for her. So I want to ask you, we just want to get to know you as a person. What do you do? As far as like professionally or what business wise, what are you doing to kind of get your mind off of things and stuff?
My mind is never off of things.
Right.
It is never off because I don't do music. I don't rap. And nobody wants me to sing. Nobody.
So you're a full-time mom and
The full-time mom, but
I
I
work,
saw
yeah.
I saw some things that were really interesting. There's an organization that you're a part of, and
right, talk about that.
I really
Yes.
want to hear about that.
All right. So, so I tried to start a nonprofit, and I worked, going to work every day, and well, at the time I was doing event planning. So going to work every day and trying to build a nonprofit and being a mother was really hard. So I went around to different organizations to see what kind of help I could get. Could I partner with somebody? At first I ended up, when this whole thing started, when Travell went into jail, I needed to get some help from my boys. I needed to, what kind of counseling can I get? And I work, so I have health insurance, 401k, everything else, like anyone else. Ooh, sorry. And I couldn't find it. It was crazy. It was like, okay, we can only take you if you can pay $150 an hour. And I have twins. I was like, that's not going to happen. So I looked and I searched and I found Children of Promise. Sharon Content is the president of Children of Promise. And it's an organization that only caters to children that have an incarcerated parent. So every child there is beautiful when you go there because every child there has that one common thing, is that their parent is incarcerated. So it's when they're together, they know they can bond with each other and talk to each other openly without feeling like they have to hide it. It's not the story of my dad or my mom went away to college or went to the army. It's my parent is incarcerated, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that. You shouldn't be. You have to be You have to be you
Right,
and be
you know
open.
it's not your fault.
And yeah, it's not your fault, and you have to be open to like, this is my parent and this is who they are, and maybe they did it, maybe they didn't do it. You know how the justice system is going today, but it's something that the child in the end has to wear. Like, I do everything I possibly can, to, you know, to get through this, and for Travell too. But it's about my boys.
Yeah,
It's about
ultimately
them
first.
because they have to wear this for the rest of their life.
Yeah. How old are they now?
They're 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, they're 11 years old, and you know, oh, what age? It started, you know, when they were very young, so 5, 6 years old. They couldn't understand.
So right now, you know, this topic reminds me reality television, you know, Atlanta Housewives, Phaedra and Apollo,
Yeah.
and bringing his sons to prison to visit him. How do you feel about that? And are you in that type of same situation?
I used to take my boys to Rikers to see Travell, you know, once a month, not often. When he went to prison, he was like, no, don't bring the boys. But recently, since he was here, you know, on Wednesday for his father's funeral, God rest his soul,
Yes.
I can't have my boys with the last memory of their father cuffed. They didn't let him out of the cuffs. So I hate that. I've seen articles online that said that he got furloughed or he was, you know, freed for. He wasn't. He was. It was like, look at your neighborhood. Now let's see you go back.
Wow. Wow.
And let me let your son see you cuffed, feet cuffed.
Yeah. They could have masked that. They could have covered it up. I mean, like,
Or they
still,
could have just
honestly,
let his hands go.
Really,
I mean,
like,
Yeah, at least
you
when
have
he-
guards. Like,
At least
it's,
when he went in to sit
you
down,
know,
they could at least.
have some
but
form of
they didn't let his
empathy and
hands go. They
sympathy.
were to his waist. So the boys, you know, sat there with their father. And with
How
the
long did he let him stay?
45 minutes to an hour, which I heard was very good, and I should appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the same to my brother twice. You know, when he came for my sister's funeral, you know, he had the shackles, like he was red ID. He had the shackles and the foot and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
And that's
come in the
perception.
dreams.
They leave that in your mind, like
Right.
Right.
Don't-
Yeah.
You know?
free yet.
It's
That's
like a
what it is.
warning. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a free warning.
And this is exactly why, like, I've told to Travell, like, I cannot let the boys have that image
Anymore.
of their
last image, yeah.
the last time, like, if they say, well, the last time I saw my father, he was in shackles. That image,
No, can't.
it's not great for kids.
Those, that was all hip hop, right? That wrote that. That was.
Yes,
interviewed?
yes. Chuck Creekmer
Those
wrote
pictures,
that.
you took those pictures, right?
Yes. Well, the family took with my phone.
The one where he's like smiling. Is he smiling at the kids? Like he's
Yeah.
just jumping
Yes,
out?
he
Okay.
had just gotten off.
That's what it looked like.
He had just gotten out,
Wow.
and the boys were right there. He was smiling
Yeah.
directly at them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Well, on that note, we're gonna get into some of his music. We're gonna think about the good times. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're gonna get
yes.
into some Harlem stuff. All right.
yeah. Shout out, free G
All right.
Jep.
Especially
Yes, Harlem.
delivery for y'all. Let's go.
Yeah.
Word. Word up. Right now, we're gonna listen to some G-Dep. We got Crystal Sutton in the building. Total package radio. Yeah.
He goes by the name of G. The deputy. And I'm here to set the record straight. I'm here. Yeah. We still here. Ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Stronger than ever. Stop! What did you think? Bad boy, oh my God, you can't put the tape on, press play. It just, we don't give a wait I'm happy to be here. The saga continues. This for my special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrists all glittery. This for my special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrists all glittery. Get kicked, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and the chivalry. This for my special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrists all glittery.
get cake, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the. This for my though, special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrists all glittery. Get cake, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show y'all the mean and the chivalry. Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Zab Judah. Every member on my team is a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Spark Buddha, twist in the Philly. And good humor, don't be silly. It's gravy, baby, I got it all smothered. Like makeup, I got it all covered. You want a jewel? Don't be cool. It's authentic. Don't be fooled by these phony accusations, backlash and slanders, front and they publicity stunts and propaganda. Keep it private, cause I'm the commander in chief. I never stop like beef. Give me a break, I might shake the building. Play safe, vacate all women and children. I spit it out. Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
Special delivery. Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
Special delivery. If you ain't ready, I'ma bust through your curtain. Encore, you're not sure, I'm certain. Wait, make sure the mic working. Make cake, sorta like earth, wind, and fire. The rap vampire. Tie in the more warm like a campfire. Matter of fact, I'm blazing, raising the roof up. Slide off with your rooster. Took her to the stool and seduced her. Let her do a skit, then she hit my producer. I'm not what you used to, I'm looser. You need to stop with them losers. Now who's up? The mystic ruler, grand imperial. Filthy, but milky like cereal. Bang this in your stereo. MCs is dead and I'ma get the bat they burial. And that's disrespectful. I'm strong like XO mixed with X, yo. And that's a high capability. And yes, I possess that ability. I spit it out. Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
Special delivery. Special delivery. Special delivery. Special delivery. Yeah, special delivery. Yo, step so bright, like looking halogen. Spit that ball, Carlo Molligen. Let's go. Metropolitan area, cause I'm hearing you hollering. The earthquaker, Harlem bread maker. Give me 2 hands, few grams in the shaker. Hit the block, watch the kid cake up. Your girl keep coming around, and I'ma take her to Jamaica, and I give her a reason to get curious. What you paint, it ain't that serious. MCs ran with this and that, but change your name to Saran, cause it's a rap. Your rap was like a sedative. Sleepy, defeat me, negative. So it's over and I guess you gotta live with it. And you can tell by the records that's distributed. I spit it out. Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
Special delivery.
Give it to me.
Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
Special delivery.
Give it to me.
Special delivery.
I want that.
Special delivery.
I need that.
Special delivery.
Can I have that?
Special delivery.
Give it to me.
Special delivery.
I want that.
Yep.
Keeps me upbeat, keeps me going all day at work. I'm always listening to it and just keeps me in a good mood.
The most influential urban radio talk show live from the BXNY.
Yeah.
Back.
Back in the building. G-Dep Classic. I don't know about you guys, but I was jamming in my seat. Just to get back to what we were talking about, you know, a lot of times we focus on the male population inside prison. Like, what do you feel about women and, you know, what they have to deal with? Because, you know, it's difficult on the inside and on the outside, and especially when you have children.
Yeah, I think it's worse for women because you're the one, especially when you have children, you're the one that carries the child, gives birth to the child, takes care of the child. It's got to be worse for the women. I mean, I haven't really delved into that part because I've been dealing with my husband's stuff and my husband's perspective. So the males, I don't know the male's perspective, but dealing with a father not being in the household. Mm-hmm. And for mothers, I mean, I know that there are some prisons that allow them to have their children for a certain amount of time, but still that's got to be rough because it's for a certain amount of time and then your child is taken away from you. I mean, we have so many grandparents raising children because maybe one or both parents are incarcerated. You have sometimes you have a parent picked up, but the police don't ask if you have children, so the children are left at home. There's nobody like watching them to say, are they going to school? Are they being fed? It's the children of the incarcerated people it's a different need. They are the most ignored, I feel, because their parent didn't pass away, and
Right.
Everybody is going to do something and feel sympathy because they lost a parent,
Right.
But when they're incarcerated, it's like, all right, nobody cares about the need of let me not say no one cares, because I'm sure there are some people that care, but the need of a child that has an incarcerated parent is not being met everywhere.
No, I mean, so what do you, just going through what you're going through, like, what do you suggest? Like, what kind of steps do you feel like they should take? Like, I'm just interested because I think this is an area that really needs to be revisited, and as far as when it comes to like therapy and just emotional support, financial support, what do you suggest?
Well, right now, I work with SCAN New York, and SCAN provides a lot of programs for after school and during the weekend, free programs for kids.
What does SCAN stand for?
Oh gosh, don't ask me that.
All right, we're gonna get back to that.
We'll get back to it. Yeah, I know.
I got a quick.
Not right now.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Can we let them see the pretty, beautiful boys? I think it's a pretty, beautiful.
You want to come up, boys, and say
can
hello?
come on,
Want to
please.
say hi to the camera?
Come up
Come
here. Come up here,
on.
cutie pies. You guys gotta see them. They're so handsome. You know me, I'm all about hair. I used to
we're
see their hair. Their hair is
preteens,
so adorable. All right, I know you guys don't want to hear that because you're boys and everything.
Yeah.
But you're handsome. Come here, handsome little gentleman, you.
Yeah. Lil G Dep's in the building.
It's part of hip hop royalty. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Introduce
You got
yourself.
Tyler. Break it down, Tyler. Give the name Daddy gave you.
Tyler the Styler. Whoa, you gotta see the hand movements. Uh-oh. All right, Tyler the Styler. Who else we got in the building? Come on.
My name is Chevelle.
Come, say it right here.
My name is Chevelle, and I'm Velmatic.
What? Wait,
Travell.
Velmatic? I love it. So, do you have a way to do graffiti that? Like, do you know, like, how to draw, tag it up? Got to.
What you want to be when you grow up? What you guys want to be?
An animationist.
Oh, animation. Okay. Cartoons, drawing.
Wow, yes.
How about you? What you want to? Come to the mic. Come to the mic.
I want to be two things.
Two things. You have
Wait, I can't wait for
Woo!
y'all to hear this. Go ahead, baby.
I want to be a rapper, and I want to be an animationist.
Wait, what happened to my
What? come over here. Come. Come stand behind me so you guys can see.
Also, they can see the camera. So you can be on camera. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here to the mic. All right. I gotta hear this.
So what you want to be?
I want to be a rapper and an animationist.
Okay. Okay.
Who is the person that you look up to when it comes to rapping?
My dad.
There you go. There you go.
All right. As you should. So,
And
is
just to
there
let you
any-
know, your father was nice.
Yeah,
all right?
I consider him
Your
royalty.
father
That's
was
right.
nice.
Listen,
It's
listen.
nice.
All right. So, did he teach you any skills?
He taught us how to rap.
Oh, wait. Hold on for a second. For real? Can we hear this?
Yes.
All right. Oh! I'm gonna put you on the spot. This is what Total Package Radio is about. Come on, you gotta put you on the spot. All right, it's okay. What I want to hear. Let me hear a little bit. Put the flavor in.
You want acapella or instrumental? All right, flow acapella right quick.
Sing one of Daddy's songs or your own?
Dad.
Okay, go ahead.
You time us from the start.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Special. This is for my bros though. Special delivery. Spit like this, get my wrist all glittery. Get cake, snakes get slithery. Lean in, show you the meaning of chivalry. Rapula, you can ask Puda. Right jab, like Zab Zuda. Every member of my team is a shooter. Tight like a womb, no room for intruders. Speaking in the Philly. Good humor, don't be silly, it's gravy, baby. I got it all smothered. Like makeup, I got it all covered.
Got skills. You got skills. Okay. So do you guys practice? A little bit. So do you guys have like a book where you write your new rhymes and stuff? Because I know you guys are practicing writing, doing that.
Yeah, I've made one before.
You lost it. You gotta find it. We need that. So do you promise that if you find it, you come back and spit it for me? Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Velvet? I'm gonna call you Velvet. You're not gonna give me. Okay, how about a picture? Can I get a picture?
The twins.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so happy you guys came up and showed out. You guys are really handsome, and I'm really thankful that you're here.
All right. No
Thank
doubt.
you.
It take a lot of courage to get up there and do that. A lot of grown folks scared to get up there. All right. That's what's up. Team G Dep in the building. All right.
That family's heavy here. Heavy. All right, so listen. I really commend you for putting bringing your children with you. I was a little reserved at first because we were talking about that and like, wow, we're gonna talk about this is a real sensitive subject, and I always wondered like what time frame do you feel is the best when trying to explain to a child that their parent is incarcerated and they might not be back for a little while?
I can't answer that question because this was kind of like thrown at me. I tried to explain it when it happened to them, and they were like, "Oh, okay," and had tantrums. I saw the breakdown coming, and I saw like little things, and then as they've grown older, it's gotten easier. It's gotten a lot easier because the tantrums, people. As I said before, you got people coming to you, principals, teachers, like, they're having tantrums and I know their father's incarcerated. So the next thing you're thinking, like, lady, do not call ACS on me because I'm doing the best I can. But, they got through that and we talked and I bought books. I looked it up, like, what can I do? And drawing was their escape. Drawing, they draw a lot and now they've moved on to actually making their own animations. So that was like an escape and something, that could take their mind and express themselves with their artwork.
It affects the kids a lot. Like I was telling you last night, like my son, he's locked up. His mom passed away in 2008. My son, Free Supreme. And
Supreme.
Yep, when he went, his mom passed in 08. And when his mom, she passed away, like he flipped. You know what I'm saying? He was getting in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But, and now he's locked up. And like I was telling you, like the 5-year sentence for what I told,
Yeah.
And it's kind of harsh for an adolescent.
Yeah, I was amazed at that, it being so young.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So I started a nonprofit organization called Saving Our Lives, like I told you, and I want to work with you. We can work together, make some things happen, and shed some light on the situation.
Yeah. Absolutely. Harlem has like the highest minority group of men going into prison. There was a study done, I believe it was by Columbia University, that said that that community has so many black men going into jail, prison.
I hate to say it, but it's almost designed like that.
I was just going to say the same thing. It feels like they're doing it on purpose because they're trying to take Harlem over. And you know who I mean by they. Okay,
Well,
seriously.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but no,
Everywhere.
of course everywhere. But I'm just saying, as far
the
as like the
private
boroughs
prisons.
are going,
Could be that
they're
too.
sick. They have Manhattan already. They're taking over Brooklyn, and now it's Harlem. And next stop is the Bronx.
Well, whenever the job rate is low, you're gonna have crime. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for us to get jobs and so on and so forth. But that's a whole nother story.
Whole other one.
But definitely glad that you came through.
Yeah.
I am
Spoke about
glad you guys invited me.
No, I'm really
Have a
happy.
That I can say.
how we met was she reached out to me because I did something with G-Dep.
Yes, yes.
Now, can you tell us real quick? I know you was trying to reach out to other people.
Yes.
So how did that go? Like,
You
I
know
know you
what?
was getting issues with that.
I
To get
wa-
help to do.
Yeah,
the
let me
mixtape and
say, in the very beginning, this all happened. I didn't know what to do, but I was going to clubs and studios in Timbs and sweats, saying like, "You gonna play his music?"
I know that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, they was letting me in VIP. I had some Timbs on, I had the North Face on, and I'm like, look, play it. Like, and I didn't know what I was doing. But I know I was trying to do something.
Yeah.
I was going and I went up to Daddy's house. I went to Omen has a place, Red Light Studio, something on 125th Street. I went up in there. Yeah, I was like, y'all gotta help me. I was like, I put the responsibility on everybody. And you know what? You know the person that came through like immediately? Tony Touch.
Really?
Oh, really?
No problem.
Well, how about Puff? What
Yeah.
Puffy?
Okay.
P. Diddy.
Oh my gosh.
Why you oohing?
Cause I don't know if I'm supposed to drink some. I don't know. I feel like I'm about to drink some tea.
What was his own response? You
oohing?
tried to get.
Well, I haven't heard from Puff, but you know I'm gonna take it on. I work in politics, and is it my boss's responsibility to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do? And if I don't do my job, then that's it. I'm done.
That's it.
So I take it as that. I'm not gonna like be up here like, oh, Puff owes me money.
Yeah.
We know if he did it's his anyway, he gonna take it. But he doesn't. So I
Can't get any
can't
liquid from
blame
this?
him.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
blame
you
him.
really
I mean,
can't.
Travell had a
You're right.
long drug history. Like, I can't blame. I did everything I could as a wife. I took him to every rehab I could.
He actually, I remember how I met him was on Allerton. I was in the library, and he was in the library working on his website. And long story short, I gave him some beats, and then we linked back up. So what happened was I was looking for him for like a month, calling him. He wasn't picking up. So finally, I ran into him. He was like, "Yo, my bad. I had to put myself in rehab." And when he said that, I was like, "Okay, he wants help. It's not like he was on drugs or whatever. He was just whatever. He actually wanted help.
Well,
So he actually."
that's a whole nother show.
Okay.
But Travell did want help. You know, Travell, I always said, was the reluctant celebrity. And he was a very humble person.
Right.
It's like, even when we were just dating, I was like, we'd go to one of his shows. I'm like, man, you could ask for the red M&Ms. You don't want nothing else but the red M&Ms. he was like, I can't do that. No.
Yeah, he's humble. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very
He is
humble.
very
Very
humble. And it's not like he made a ton of money. He was a celebrity, but you know, he didn't make a ton of money. So we got married, and I still always kept working. And he did what he did, but he was going in and out of rehabs,
Right.
you know, then. And I just did what I could to support him. And then,
I just wanted to make that clear because
Yeah.
most people would think, oh, he was just on that and he didn't care, whatever. He actually wanted to get the help, and that's what
yeah,
when he
he,
told me
yeah.
that. I was like,
We
okay.
kind of short on
Yeah,
time, but in
yeah.
closing, is there
Yeah,
anything you
right.
want his fans to know?
Oh, man. Well, he's good. Yeah, there's
Okay.
so much I want to say.
And
but
they could
he's
write him.
good.
You know the address?
The
Yeah,
address, I
please.
actually have it on his Twitter page. It's _GDep. No, if you tweet anything that has GDep in it, it's me that's retweeting everything back
Gotcha.
out. I keep his Facebook page up, and I keep his Twitter page up. So yep, send him that kite.
And what's your
How can we reach out to
social
you?
network?
My what is it?
Instagram?
IG. Thank you. My Instagram is the letter I C Crystal.
Okay.
We'll reach out to you. And as far as the scan organization goes, are you planning on doing anything within the summer or in the coming months, you know, to help?
We actually do something now. I'll make it short. We have we concluded that the issue may be with our young mothers having young children and being friends with them instead of being a parent to them. So there's a group of us ladies. We come together, and we've only had one group meeting. Maybe we'll have more, and you know, once a month as it comes on. Hopefully, we'll have more mothers come out. You know, just to give advice and exchange ideas. Because if we can help the young mothers, then those young mothers can still be in control of their child as they grow.
Wow.
All right, we're getting a wrap up.
Yeah,
But thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
I
much.
want to thank everybody for listening.
Yes.
You know, Total Package Radio.
Thank
All
you.
right, I'm gonna leave it out on this song right here. I ain't get to play it, but let's get it, joint.
Total Package Radio.
All right, G-Dep, y'all.
Billy, get smacked silly. You get smacked.